What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohemian, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. Because if I see you without one, I'm going to pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
Announcement from Benjamin C. Steele talking to you about wearing a mask. Not this one, but this one. With everything going on right now with this pandemic, you need to wear a mask. My mask is for your safety. Your mask is for mine. Now, I don't care what your uncles, brothers, best friends, mailman's roommate from college put on social media. Chances are they didn't think it through, and there's a very better than average chance that they're an idiot. So when you go outside, you put on your little mask over your face, put the little straps around your ears, and we're all going to be a lot safer. This is a team.
Mercer, one half of the tag team champions. I'm here to tell you that if you want to be a champion, if you want to survive this thing, wear your freaking mask, okay? It comes in all different colors. You can get Eclipse Blue, JC White and Black, or even hell, Blue and Gold. But guys, please, also remember, please, it goes over the nose. Over the nose. Thank you.
Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by
IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Just Pro Wrestling News Podcast. No filler, no pop-ups. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect.
It's Tuesday night. It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show episode. A lot of episodes on Tuesday. We're talking about professionalized wrestling. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter. Here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and it's a Tuesday night party, and it's becoming more so as we all crawl from the deep nether depths of wherever we've been stuck over the last year of life, I guess. But we got with us, first of all, still holed up in his Beacon bunker in Beacon, New York, the only Mayhemmer with a future endeavor letter from the WWE. That is legit. He can show you that. Is Mad Mike.
What's my name?
It's Mad Mike. It's on screen. We
there
just
we
said
go.
it. We just said it.
Thank you. Thank you.
There you go. There you go.
Represent X.
There you go. Also, we got a special return co-host back in the studio. I think he missed the pizza sponsor more than he missed us, from what I could tell. Ronnie Starks is with us.
In the words of A Tribe Called Quest, can we kick it? Yes, we can.
What is that hat? I just noticed your hat.
What, DD Vice?
Yeah, what is DD Vice?
He's down at Real Shoot.
Oh, okay.
You never saw
Oh.
DD?
I might have. It was...
I thought it was just really bad advice. Because it's not A advice, it's D device.
Okay, I put him over enough.
And the hat is gone. There we go. You had your time, kid. Yeah, because that would have ended up in every clip. And
I didn't want that in every
Nope.
Just eliminate that from
Nope, and
clips.
we're done. And our special guest this week, as advertised, is he is a member of the Fight Council with Fight Underground. He hangs with us on Thursday nights on the Fight Council meetings, and I just lost all the rest of his credentials on my document. He is a 20-plus year wrestling veteran, owner of the APWF, and, of course, fellow podcaster with the Triple B Experience and the Triple B and Double D's Heavyweight Podcast on Idiot Radio. I almost got through without breathing. Bad Bubba Brewer joins us on the show. Welcome, sir.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. Thank you. I don't have that much credentials, but I'm glad you got it through, Sorg. Thank you very much.
You got the biggest list of credentials I think I've ever had on this show. I love it.
Really?
So,
oh, wow. Well, you told me I do what I'm told. I do what I'm told.
Well, this is the first week where we actually have a process for new guests. And I was like, tell me what you do. And to be honest, like, other than working with you on Thursday nights, we'll talk about that a little bit later. Like, I don't know a lot of your background except for what's been brought up. And we haven't done an Indie Mayhem show for me to ask about your career and stuff. So it's good to have you on.
Thank you.
You know, it's a lot of fun working with you on Thursday nights, and I'm glad that you can join us here on a Tuesday.
Well, I got fired last week. Or 2 weeks ago.
Well, there you go. This is not a sympathy ploy. Don't worry about it.
I know.
So we're going to have some fun here. And, of course, you can check out everything at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. You can hit us up at that email address.
Good times.
Good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. 412-206-WMS0 is the hotline that you will probably already have in your ex's phone slot on your phone. Also, you can follow us at Mayhem Show on the Twitter, which includes some fantastic live tweets of AEW by Mad Mike. Look for the hashtag MMM for that. Or usually it's me. And also,
Please yell at me.
oh yeah, if I want some hot take interaction, we just let Mad Mike go with his opinions about AEW and the women's division.
To be fair, also the men's division.
Okay, all
Or
right.
what
we're
I'm calling the faction division, because that's all it is.
We're just gonna leave that there.
So I'm just going to send you a clip of South Park saying, "Fuck you, buddy."
Mm-hmm,
And that's going to be it.
That's fine.
I'm not your buddy guy.
And
your
of
guy
course,
friend.
follow Wrestling Man Show, especially on the Facebook page and group, and the YouTube page as well, and the Sorgatron Media Twitch, because we go live on all those platforms every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, and you can be part of the chat room and part of the conversation along with us. And then also, let us know what's going on in NXT, because those sons of bitches are now on Tuesday nights. So the Tuesday night wars have been restarted, and we're looking at you. You know, a SmackDown couldn't take us.
Sorg, notice they had the big title change right before our show because they didn't want to compete.
I noticed that.
They didn't want to compete, Sorg.
I noticed we are directly up against Raquel Gonzalez walking out with a new championship. I recognize this. I see what you're doing, Paul.
Okay.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah, Triple H.
Come on, Paul. Anyways, if he plays Poppy during this show, I'm just gonna throw my phone. Anyways, we ain't sour, and we ain't sour because we got a lot of people supporting us.
Don't you dare be sour.
Don't you dare be sour on the Monday on the Tuesday Wrestling Mayhem shows. And also thank you to our Patreon supporters. Of course, a lot of you supported us, especially with as we came to the end of our Patreon the Bank Mayhem Mania. I still call it experiment, and some may call it just a losing sleep headache for 3 months. When they run that. Sorry, Mainstream Matt. But I'm glad you guys had fun.
Himself.
He does do it himself. He does. And he asks himself every year, why do I keep doing this to myself? So that's why we don't have a SummerSlam Mania or a Mayhem, a Summer Mayhem.
No, but coming soon, the Summer Games.
The Summer Games.
Mayhem Summer Games.
Do not make me sit up.
What
for
is there
another 3
something?
months.
Is there something in the Slack I don't know about?
No, I was actually just bullshitting, but that actually sounds like a great
All right,
idea.
take it to the Slacks, take it to the Patreon, we'll see what happens. Take it to the Discord. We can discuss that over there. But anyways, thank you to the people that do support the show here, helping to keep the lights on and helping us know what's happening on Impact Plus, things like that. You know, important things. Our friends at the fan of the show level, Bo Diggity, woo, as well as Ed Burke, Bobby F, J-Town, and Team Hammer Fist. At the Puppet Club level, our buddy Dave Podner of the iPhoneography podcast, our friends Doc Remedy, one of the original Mayhemers, Kyle Turner, and at the manager level, I know some of this is switching up, but you still got it for the month here. Farnsworth Investments, Bradley Ruthers, Tina Keys, the Riz of Riz Plays Games, Mad Mike somehow, and OccupyProWrestling.com. Thank you everybody that is supporting the show. Patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. You get a lot of extra clips, including Zeke Mercer speaking French from last week.
What?
And you find out what happened. You find out what happened when the Mayhem Show went off the air in the middle of the show last Tuesday. And
stay tuned for reaction.
What?
That's what TNA.
That was a TNA thing. Yeah, yeah.
That's a TNA thing.
How many energy drinks did you guys have tonight?
This is
I want to know.
Yo, this is Tuesday night, baby. I don't know how you do it on your podcast, Bubba.
We're out of control, man.
This is
Tis the season, the WrestleMania season.
Yes,
I
it
understand.
is.
You guys are hyper. I don't even know if I can keep up with you guys.
Bubba, you understand.
I'll try.
The only
I
reason
know.
this show has happened for 15 years is because we let out all of our frustrations through the week in our lives tonight.
This is so I don't screw with my coworkers.
Yes.
Bubba,
Yes.
you think this is water? No.
Do we serve water on this pod?
I don't fucking
Hell
think
no,
so.
H2O.
Water sucks. It really, really sucks.
sucks.
Water sucks.
It really, really sucks.
Wow. Wow. So
Mike and I have been reunited.
this is good. This is good. This is good. It's good to have you in person and full of pizza. But
I'm bloated now, man.
it's been a while. That's a lot
Yeah,
more
Ronnie
grease
had
than I'm
pizza,
used
I
to.
had tacos. This is classic.
I'm sorry, and I know we're still talking about the sponsors, but well, actually, we didn't have the sponsored pizza the other night. I shouldn't admit that. But and by the way, Taya Valkyrie is making her debut as Frankie Monet over on
with the fucking dog.
With the fucking dog right now.
Oh, is she coming out with a dog?
She's coming. Oh, of course she came out with a dog. Are you kidding me?
Good.
Oh, this is gonna be fantastic. But anyways, I'm gonna try not to let NXT distract me too much, but unfortunately, we do have to react to it. But I do. Come on.
But seriously, didn't we?
For journalistic integrity, yes. But I love when people come here, have the local pizza, and are still going across the street to the taco stand during the pay-per-views. So
I did think about getting tacos when I got here early.
Or Tuesday when we have free sponsor pizza, they will have a couple of slices and then still go get some street tacos across the street. Like, it's the Beachview fucking experience. I love it. But anyways,
First of all, those tacos are the tits.
yeah, they are. You should have some of the cow tongue.
Wait, what?
There's cow tongue out there, man.
I'm in.
Lagoon, Guan, something like that.
I'm coming back next week to get
somebody out there is going to write me a tweet on that one. Anyways,
Legumes?
look, what's that?
Legumes?
No, that's a bean.
You know I don't speak
That's
Spanish.
trying to get out there.
That's a what?
I didn't know where you were trying to get to there.
Well, it's Spanish, Mike. It's Spanish for cow tongue.
It's Spanish for those tacos with
And
the
it's
tits.
delicious. It's the taco that licks you back.
Sounds like a good time.
Yes.
Oh boy, that brings me back to my college days.
Oh yes, yes.
There was no pizza in my college days. It was straight booze and Mad Dog. Straight up.
Oh, Mad Dog, man.
Yep. It was keggers and frat parties and frat girls galore. That's how it was.
Was that Mad Dog 50-50? Was that
It was Mad Dog 2020.
20? Yeah, 2020. Yeah.
You know why it was 2020? Because after you had one, you had perfect vision.
Jeez. All right. Speaking of, no, I have no transitions. So, speaking of stormy seas, WrestleMania was this weekend, and first of all, historic as the first.
Sorg, I'm sorry. Mayhem Show's in a rain delay.
Are we in a rain delay?
Yeah.
Okay.
We gotta stay here for 20 minutes.
Do you want me to
All right.
evacuate the people from
All
the
right.
studio?
We're gonna have to listen.
Everybody get the fuck out of the studio.
Phil.
Phil.
Should I get my parka? Should I get a parka on?
Hold on.
Here.
Hold on.
No,
Should I use this plate and put it over my
Get your
head?
La Parka mask.
Well, parka. Yes, get your love.
I have a Russian destroyer mask and a mankind mask, but no parka.
If I have, where are you going? Where are you going? He's saving the pizza. He's holding it above his head.
I'm carrying the rain from the
He's carrying the right. All right, guys. All right. We got to line all the talent up, and then everybody needs to fill with some promos here. Macho Mad Mike, you first.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I know we're in a rain delay right now, yeah, but we're going to get back to the pod real soon, because it's real great to have the Mayhem Universe back in the chat, yeah. I like it.
There you go. How about the Bubster? Is the Bubster in the house? Is he in line here?
Well, let me tell you something, brother. It's raining, it's pouring cats and dogs, brother. What you gonna do besides eat pizza and drink beer while you're watching me, brother?
There you go.
I'll
Okay.
tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this little can I got right here. I'm going to turn it sideways, and I'm going to do something not very nice with it. No, I'm not.
Well, you better bring more than a can, brother. I want a case.
So
You want to take a walk down that street?
Are you saying you can handle something bigger than this up your ass? That's interesting.
No.
That's very
Go that way,
interesting.
brother.
You can handle a whole case. I like it. I dig it. Yeah.
I'll drink it.
I don't kink shame, brother. Yeah.
I just peed a little.
Yes. That's what I was going for.
But it's raining, so nobody will notice.
It's downpour. No, I pissed myself.
Oh my God.
Extreme. The rain delay is over.
All right, delay's over. We fixed the studio. Let's get back to the podcast. The
You
chat
guys
room.
got this extreme. I'm gonna have to step up my game.
Oh, please. This is tame.
Oh yeah. No.
And honestly, I have to say, something really fucking cool is happening on NXT right now.
Yes.
Something really fucking cool.
Every women's champion is currently in the ring on NXT
Well,
right
because
now.
Bianca, Rhea, and Raquel are all really good friends.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, they're all good friends. They all came into NXT basically like around the same time.
Let's go. I think that let's start with that part of the discussion. A lot of people throwing some WrestleMania thoughts out there, including Logan Paul and his stunner action there, which I think we mentioned last night on the Monday Mayhem Warriors. But
yeah, we don't need to mention him ever.
But
again.
I just want to mention he's a complete douchebag. Can I mention that?
Yeah,
perfect.
That's all I want to say about the guy. That's it.
Perfect.
There you go. Moving on. But no, I mean it was a really good week for women's wrestling in general. But even not even thinking about Raquel Gonzalez winning the belt back on Wednesday. I think it was on USA and the Peacock.
Yeah.
No, that was a Wednesday. That was the Wednesday main event, I believe.
Yeah, Wednesday was Raquel.
Yes, being Io Shirai, which has been like mostly unbeatable for carried that for mostly the last year, I guess, right?
Oh, Io's been nigh unstoppable.
Yeah. So, and actually doing things about it, as opposed to Asuka, that's been like not even defending on pay-per-views this entire time, unfortunately. So nothing on Asuka for that, of course, but still, between that, Rhea, we had, you know, we had, and I didn't expect Rhea and Asuka to hit anywhere near the level, because there's just so much on top of that between being the main event, you know, all the other historic, boxes you can check on that match. There's several. There's like a whole laundry list of them on that one. But it was a tremendous night for that. As much as we complained about the tag division last night, I don't want to go back to it. I'm still mad about that. So, but no. What do you think? Ronnie, you watched the shows this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of Monday night's end? Or I'm sorry, Saturday night's end. What day is it?
It's Tuesday.
Yes.
I liked it. I liked that the women were the main event. The match was fantastic. I love the finish. She was so genuinely happy that she won the title.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was just great. She was emotional before the match started.
Mm-hmm.
Because she
They were
knew,
both emotional.
Yeah.
Sasha was trying to hide it.
Yeah.
But she wasn't doing. She was doing an okay job, but I did like that they took a moment to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like how at
they
the
took a
end,
beat.
like she just sitting in ringside with a big smile on her face, because she
Yeah.
just made event at WrestleMania. And I like how all the divas, like all the big named ones, were all standing around watching it together.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a good moment.
Was there a shot of that
There
at the
was.
end there? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, there wasn't on the
Okay.
Took a
airing,
picture.
but someone tweeted a photo.
Yeah, and I think that's what you were referencing. There's a video also of Sasha,
Just sitting on the floor.
sitting on the floor
Yeah.
and just smiling.
I'm
at
sure that's
everything,
going to
yeah.
be in some sort of documentary,
Yeah.
some sort of 24 or Chronicle or something.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
it's
you
gonna
know.
be
Oh,
on there.
geez, you know how many documentaries are coming from this weekend?
Oh yeah.
Right? You're ready for, like, this is the next year of content on Peacock for them.
I can see it
So-
right now. WWE 24 Weathermania.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
WWE 24 hair whip from hell.
It was the mark from
Oh
Sasha.
God, I saw it immediately. I'm like,
Jeez.
Jesus.
It was loud.
Tina posted it in the group, by the way.
The video, yeah. That's where I saw it from. But it was a tremendous moment. That was a big one.
And Tina has a random fact to feel old. Sasha is the first person born in the 90s to main event to WrestleMania.
Because Bianca.
So if you didn't feel old,
And she's also a Mandalorian, so that counts too.
Mhm.
Okay.
I pre-ordered her Star Wars figure.
As
Well,
did
there you
I,
go.
buddy. That is the only figure of hers I will buy.
Don't
That-
take it out of the box.
That's the only Star Wars figure I've ever purchased in my life.
Really?
Well, you-
The only Star Wars figure. That's it. Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, that's.
I
crazy.
came to Star Wars very late.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. You came around to the
Okay.
Force. You came around to the Force. That's okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean,
The
you know.
Force welcomes you.
Mhm.
Okay.
We have Baby Yodas.
I have this figure. Little Peter B. Parker action.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's
not
Marvel.
a-
That's
not a-
not.
that's
Star
not
Wars.
a-
Yeah, I don't know
Star
what.
Wars figure.
It's just.
You're not a Star Wars.
Put Peter Peggy back on the
Look,
shelf.
Look. That's a Star Wars figure.
Whoa!
That's a Star Wars figure.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh.
That's nice.
Well,
Yeah.
all right, fine.
We might have a Vader helmet
I got
in the
enough.
studio.
Do you
By
grab
the
it?
way, don't grab the
I
helmet.
got
Okay.
Grab the helmet. Oh wait, there you go.
Oh.
Oh, you got
gotcha.
a Baby Yoda.
Okay.
Now everybody's showing their toy dicks on
Now
the
it's
show.
just toy
got-
cat.
I ain't got a
Jeez.
goddamn thing with me. If I stayed
Mike
home, I
and
would have
Sorg,
pulled a
that's
bunch
all I
of
gotta
toys out.
say. Okay,
Wow.
action figures are us.
Oh yeah, well I bought 15 ECW figures this week, so kiss my ass.
Holy shit, he did.
Whoa.
Yeah, he did.
I went nuts with the 1999 ECW shit this week.
Yeah, Ronnie showed me a picture of it earlier this week. I'm like, oh, I'm getting flashbacks to working at Toys R Us when
Oh,
I was
there's more,
16
man.
and seeing all of them as peg warmers.
There's more.
Oh. Well, they didn't compare to the figures quality wise to the ones at the time, right?
But these
No,
were
and
above
no
their
one
time,
in
dude.
They were
Yeah.
of other time. Like
Hey, I got a whole bunch of figures. I'll sell it at discount price. Give me
The good brother price.
$350. $350. You can have them all.
Let me see if I won Steve Carino. Hold on.
I don't have to read it.
Live on the show, this is Ronnie.
I got totes and totes and totes, man. I used to have a store in Florida. I'll sell them. Good prices. Good prices.
You gotta set up a table at the next Fight Underground because I think you're gonna sell them all to the boys or Ronnie.
Probably me.
So probably Ronnie, but
well, Ronnie, buy them. I'll give you a good friend price.
there you go.
All right, sounds
All
good.
right. We're making friends and we're making deals on this show. I love it. Bubba, did you chime in on that main event on Saturday with Sasha?
That
and
main
Bianca?
event was awesome. Bianca Belair is a phenomenal athlete, and Sasha was bringing it. And the emotion in that match was unparalleled, and it was a great main event. Saturday was something special, and I believe Saturday was very special, even though it was rain delay. You know, from the opening match to that last match, Saturday was all right for fight.
Saturday blew my hair back that none of the matches went over 20 minutes.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Well,
to me.
they didn't, and it didn't feel like anything was missing. For you know, if anything was shortened for the 45-minute delay, I think the show ended after 11:30 Eastern time here, and you know, it still felt like a full show. We didn't pull any punches on it, and everything got what it deserved. It felt like
it didn't seem rushed. It did not seem rushed.
Not at all. But then again, like, why would it? You know, why would they need to? You know, they probably don't have a hard out for Peacock because it's just an independent live stream, you know, even being on the, you know, not on the network themselves and stuff, right? And, I mean, they got the stadium for the weekend. Saying, nobody's calling. There's no, I'm trying to think of a big, I thought of two stadium tours that are dead.
There's no Lady Gaga concert.
There's no Lady Gaga tomorrow.
No, just Tom Brady showing his ring off and having everybody kiss it. Other than that's
too,
about it.
Yeah, that's how they do Sunday mornings at the stadium.
And one last thing about the main event: Bianca walking up the ring stairs with Sasha.
Oh, jeez.
Like, I thought her carrying Otis was impressive. I think that was more impressive.
So we talked about a lot the next day with Rhea Ripley because Rhea Ripley like looks strong, right? But you know, you don't know that Rhea could do the same thing with just a Sasha Banks, like that straight arm deadlift kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like Bianca is just another level of athleticism.
You can see why it was Mark Henry that recruited her.
Right. Well, I think she's just got just insane athletic background. Somebody here in the watch chat I referred to her as like that Cesaro type.
Yeah, I said that. I said she wasn't like I didn't think she was a human. And I never say that about any professional wrestler except Cesaro because I've seen the things Cesaro can do.
Yes.
Bianca Belair is the Cesaro of the women's division.
And she just had that thing a couple weeks ago where she was doing the training down at NXT where they have that competition, and she come down and just blew everybody out of the water.
Oh yeah, the combine.
She's a pure specimen, and I don't think Rhea Ripley is as athletic as Bianca Belair. Belair is something freakish.
That is somebody who's done athletics their entire life. Their body has been conditioned to do these kinds of things like through practice, you know, versus, you know, and I can't remember if Rhea what athletic background she may have. It has to be something other than, you know, she picked up bodybuilding, right? But Bianca wasn't. I know she
CrossFit.
played some kind of sports.
CrossFit.
She's a CrossFit.
She was a track too. She was a track star.
Yeah,
track and CrossFit.
So that makes sense. So that's hard training, you know, on top of, you know, getting into the muscle work and everything. Like that's just a lot of work paying off there. So, and that's why she's gotten up there so quickly. Like to be like she's in her first year up on the main roster, right? To go from that to main event, like that's tremendous. And Mike, you addressed I think you also addressed at one point this idea that if we stick with 2 nights in WrestleManias in the future, that each Rumble winner does get the main event regardless. I love that idea. That's the only
way I'm okay with it.
Pure parity, right? I mean, there's a lot of other factors going into, and right now the dates for the next couple of years are pretty much selling it as one night. But I think there might be room, depending on, now we know what it looks like with fans and what they can do and the feel, and I'm sure there's some things in production that hopefully go smoother for them, rather than we pretty much would have had all these same matches in one night, and it would have been.
But also too, if they do one night, you got to have the best in one night, so everybody can't get a shot.
Right.
So I rather see now, after the COVID stuff and the pandemic. To me, I rather see one night because I like NXT on Saturday night.
Right.
Yeah,
Me too.
But because I was gonna say, if you do 2 nights from here on in, NXT has to run Takeover on Thursday.
Yeah.
That's not fair to anybody.
No.
That's not fair to anyone involved, because you have people who will come in for Friday for the weekend for SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not fair to anyone. Like, and plus, once all the COVID stuff has gone away and you can fill a full stadium, we're not going to have 2 4-hour shows.
No.
They would be 2 7-hour shows, because this Mania had pre-shows, yes, but they were only an hour long and there were no matches.
And by comparison, Wrestle Kingdom does about 5-hour shows for theirs, something like that. And that's with the pre-show. Like, they do their early match, gauntlet, battle royal, whatever, and then like they go back to intermission for another 25 minutes, right? So, but that's or they don't show the stardom match. That's right. It was what they did this year. But I don't know. I think there'll be an adjustment to it. I guess kind of like, what is that production match feel mission of WrestleMania? Because also remember, in those 7-hour shows, they also made sure everybody got on the card by throwing them in battle royals and 4-ways and 6-ways and all kinds of crazy
that's
stuff.
Too much. That's too much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't give everybody an opportunity.
No.
WrestleMania is the best of the best, and that's what I want to see. I don't want to see everybody get a match. That's not how it should be.
We don't need. It's a showcase of immortals. It's not the WrestleMania participation trophy, which is the Andre Battle Royal.
No, but I don't mind everyone else being thrown in the Battle Royal.
Yes.
I think that's fine, because that does give people an individual chance to shine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you have a good Battle Royal spot, or hell, if you're booked to win the thing. Like, Jey Uso winning the Battle Royal would have been a good moment at this WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately,
I think the Battle Royal should be at Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe that should be the second match of the card and open up something spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to say it, I kind of like, instead of a women's Battle Royal, which we've already run into a couple hiccups with that, like the naming conventions and things of that nature.
Trophy design.
Yeah, trophy. Oh God, I forgot the trophy design. Yeah,
Mhm.
the uterine cup. But like, I don't mind a tag team turmoil match every year for the women's tag titles. I think that's a really cool idea, because you can have people, like, the story can be people scrambling to partner up, and hell, you can have people from different brands from Raw and SmackDown trying to team up with each other. Because why not? If you win the belts, you're on both shows anyway.
Right.
Like, that'd just be an interesting concept. Also, it's a way of getting the Iconics back together. But that's just me,
Now we see your motivations, Mike. I want to go around to the main event of night 2. Roman Reigns, Edge, Daniel Bryan. Would have loved the story of Edge on this one. Hey, John Cena's on my screen with a purple cow. I haven't seen this commercial. But what the hell is he selling now? Something about credit scores. But anyways, would have loved that the come together with Edge, getting the belt 10 years later. Love the story of that. But man, Roman has arrived.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's carried that weight. He's reinvented himself, and now we see what this looks like in front of a crowd. And man, I want this to keep going until we have regular crowds again, to see how that develops.
He should keep going until he faces his cousin next year.
That's right. There you go.
I mean, you know what? I could honestly, you could do that at SummerSlam.
No, I want to see that. In
No,
WrestleMania.
because if SummerSlam, if you have full crowds, which by end of August, you could probably have 50 to 75% capacity depending on where it is.
Here's a question. Let's presume this is on the hypothetical that we don't get full crowd regular Monday, Friday tapings. Okay, and I was thinking about this over the weekend. When we get to SummerSlam, obviously we don't want to do a closed set SummerSlam. That's just it's SummerSlam. It's the other WrestleMania.
Because SummerSlam, you can also very easily do outdoors.
Let's put it in a stadium.
Yeah.
Maybe even a smaller stadium, but let's put it in a stadium so we can still
You know
have
what- you know where
something
I'd
of a
love-
spectacle.
I'd love to see it at Yankee Stadium.
Give me a PNC Park. Come on. Come on,
I mean,
Mike.
WrestleMania, gentlemen. Got to be at WrestleMania. It's got to be.
I will
No,
tell
but
you.
That's my
see,
opinion.
see,
I mean, that's my opinion, and that's what I'm going with.
If
And
I'm
next
with
year's
him.
WrestleMania was in LA and it was WrestleMania going Hollywood, I'd absolutely be in agreement. But it's
yes.
Dallas.
Yeah, I still think you throw. I still
Well,
think you can
Dallas,
throw
you
Rock.
could put 110,000 people in there too.
Yes. Yes. So
It's all about the numbers.
yes.
Yeah,
and,
but
and the
yeah,
Rock
but
and the
can't you put
Rock's
similar in-
schedule.
Can't you put similar in that new stadium in LA?
I don't know.
I think it's similar numbers.
Maybe, but I mean the Rock's schedule. I mean, he's doing movies over movies, so set it up. I mean, I honestly thought that when I did the Triple B Double D Heavyweight Podcast prediction show, I took Edge. I thought they were going to give it to Edge, and my prediction was wrong. And that match was still great, but Roman right now is so good at doing what he's doing. I just thought that they were going to give it to Edge, just on nostalgic, just because it's Edge. But
Just a point of detail on the SoFi Stadium. I looked it up real quick. According to, I think this is via Wikipedia, capacity is 70,000, expandable to 100,000, 244. Super Bowl, WrestleMania, FIFA World Cup, Super Bowl, Summer Olympics, etc.
Yeah.
So that is already WrestleMania is already in the footnotes on this thing. So
Well, I mean, they already do have one plan there.
yeah,
so.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the thing they built to bring in your WrestleManias and Olympics and everything else, right? Like that was a specific point, not just to. What's the team playing there again? The LA.
The Rams.
Is that the Rams? Okay.
Because The Rock will be done with his Black Adam movie, and that'll be hot. So
Yeah,
that'll be a hot thing going.
Yeah.
So him and Roman.
But and who knows? Maybe hypothetically do the shooting schedule. Rock needs to do a SummerSlam if he's doing anything because of the shooting schedule, right? Like Batista just had to bow out.
But I'd rather just see it.
Right of the
my
Hall of
opinion.
Fame.
But see, then you run into the hiccup of if it's for the title and he beats Rock, then what? And if Rock wins, then what?
Well, you had your WrestleMania moment, and we're just gonna trip through the rest of the year like what WWE usually does these days. So, and also, like, if we are talking Hollywood in 2 years, or we were talking this, Roman does not need to hold on to the belt the entire time. A lot of stuff can happen as long as he gets it by, as long as we can still lead to it. We've done this before,
Right?
We've done this.
He's not going to have it the whole time. I'm sure he's going to drop it.
We've done this to the detriment of the Fiend Bray Wyatt and Kevin Owens, to hot swap the belt on Fastlane bullshit to or Saudi
They'll
Arabia
bring Goldberg
show.
back. Maybe.
Yeah.
Nope. Let's not say we did.
Hey, do not put that back out in the world.
Breaking news.
Fuck Bill.
Speak that.
Breaking news from the eBay. I won Steve Carino.
Yeah. Let's give it up. Give it up.
$30 for Steve Carino.
There you go.
Hey, that's more than he charges for an autograph.
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, probably. So,
It's okay though.
that's good. That's good. What I don't know. Is that good for that? I don't know what he would be going for.
He goes for like $80.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So that's a steal.
Yeah,
that's
what I thought.
fantastic. Look at you. Look at you
Look
playing
at Ronnie
the game.
lying, cheating, and stealing.
Well,
making deals while we're doing a show. That's awesome.
Well, Sandman, not so much for that purchase, guys.
Okay, well that makes up for it. Okay.
He was a little pricey.
What's he getting up to?
It's not important right now.
Is your accountant going to get angry if we say something?
No.
Ronnie, do we have to have
no paper trails?
Banner?
No. We might have to when I get this whole every single one of these figures in a week
You
and a half.
can follow the Ronnie Starks Patreon at
Also, the intervention show right after.
There you go.
It's like, Ronnie, how much money did you spend on ECW figures in the past week?
Here are the ways Ronnie has hurt me.
It's about owning and I should be able to spout these a lot longer doing a 12-step podcast for how many years. But Speaking of which,
WrestleMania.
speaking of which, I will plug Fishing Without Bait because we talked about superheroes this week.
Ooh.
So fishingwithoutbait.com. And who, and the question poised, and you can respond to the social media that you can find linked at fishingwithoutbait.com. Who is your most inspirational superhero? Don't answer here. But sorry, just went down that road. Anyways, we'll be talking about a good bit here in the meantime. But
It's no one from the Snyder Cut, I'll tell you that much.
It's nobody from that company in my eyes.
whoa, are we? Oh no.
Oh, sorry.
Here it is.
Sorry.
Here it
Dick
is.
Grayson.
I got tons of books in the back.
I'm
Dick
a
Grayson.
Red Hood guy, man.
Not everything's about the dick, brother.
What?
No, but going from the dick to the cock, let's talk about Takeover, too.
That was a hell of a segue.
Wow.
Thank you.
I was going to segue into a commercial at the moment, but IndieWrestling.us, it has neither cock. I don't think there's any on there. We do have Virgil talking about his cock
So, yeah, so there's cock
on there.
That's a big
And he's
deal.
also a dick, so
I
there's
feel-
your transition.
I feel dirty actually referring to it at that term and not a streaming service, but okay.
I feel like everybody took the cock very well this weekekend.
Well, you can take very well this weekend. This weekend is IndieWrestling.network. I'm trying, guys. A lot of great stuff over there. Actually, over on the YouTube page, we just dropped for free Breakfast with Champions. We had Jack Pollock, David Lawless, and Matt Connard, the former Reaper. Is he re-Reapered? I don't know. He started selling his Reaper merch again. So
Yeah.
it's good to see that.
He let the copyright go, and he's
Really?
in the process of
that AEW asshole let it go, huh?
yeah, he's in the process.
Yeah,
of
now he has
exposing
a
it.
spiky... Now he has a spiky blonde mohawk.
Yeah.
And it's
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, seriously.
Fuck you, Sean Spears.
Yeah, Sean Spears.
Piece of shit.
Got a hot wife.
Was that too much? She is. That's all he's got going for him, man. I'll tell you what.
Hey, that's good.
I mean, yeah, and honestly, she's had better matches than him over the past year.
But anyways,
And she's had more TV time too.
none of them are on IndieWrestling.us. But you can see the latest Pro Wrestling Conquest crashing the party, including the upcoming one that will be filmed here in May. You will see over the next week. We're filming this week, of course, Pro Wrestling Conquest. Limited tickets available for that event, and may have some options for you to view those shows in other ways here in the near future. So stay tuned for that. But of course, that'll be up very quickly in the next week after the first 2PW show back. And if you need to catch up, if you're on the network, go hit up that 7-day free trial at IndieWrestling.network. Check out the Quarantine Challenge and the Hardcore Halloween, which involved attempted vehicular manslaughter as part of that, for a good time. Over at IndieWrestling.network, and check out all the craziness that's been happening as we've been coping without the fans. So who knows what's going to happen when fans are in the building at this point. These guys, listen. I've been chatting with these guys for like the last year and watching them evolve over the pandemic and lockdowns and no wrestling. Saturday is going to be interesting when they finally get to let loose in some more ways than others. So just putting that out there. Prospect Pro Wrestling, prospectprowrestling.com for tickets for the show, if there's any left at this point. I heard they were very limited when I talked to Marshall Gambino.
Well, I'm coming down to the show because I want to see this show.
Right.
I'm coming down. Not that I'm a special or not, and I want to come and see a wrestling show. I want to see a wrestling show. I got an opportunity to see this Saturday, so hopefully I can get in.
We can hang out together then.
There you
'cause
go.
I'm gonna go.
There you go. One way or
I'll sell you some
another.
figures.
Bubba and
I'll
Starks
buy
are
you a
hanging
beer.
out. They're going to be selling each other action figures in the parking lot, likely. So if anybody wants to get in on that action, I'm just saying, I'll be busy. I'll be busy shooting a show. So, but anyways, I'm playing with some new production toys we got. I just bought today. You see. Here's the difference, Ronnie. You drop an ungodly money on a Sandman figure. I buy green screen equipment.
Oh boy!
Guess one of us has priorities and who doesn't?
Wow.
You. You got the priorities. I'm like, well, I'm just buying action figures.
Well,
I remember the day when I used to buy promoter's license and do wrestling shows, but now I just buy comic books on eBay.
Listen,
Smart
man.
move.
Yeah, it's a better move.
I bought a green screen to put wrestlers on, so it's kind of the same thing. But So,
Kind of.
It's kind of the same thing. Talk about priorities.
Breaking news.
What's that?
Breaking news. Roderick Strong has left NXT.
Left, like physically walked out the door, or
he's resigned from NXT.
Resigned
which
from
means
main
he
roster.
would probably be on SmackDown
or 205 Live. Okay.
Oh.
No.
Now, Sorgi, since you have a green screen,
No, but
can I poke my head and go toasty during like production, and then I could just like
yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
Do you get the joke?
I can make a toasty button on this, and it pops up during the
Like,
production.
yeah, and I'm like
too.
toasty.
Yeah. You just pop up in the corner. Like we can do those kinds of things.
And anytime we talk toys, you also need to do the same thing and go, Ronnie!
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Anyways, with the IndieWrestling.us, of course, a part of that is over the last year, fantastic. We'll say digital launch of Fight Underground, and Bubba Brewer, you have been a part of that here for a good bit of that project. Yeah,
Pretty much the whole time until I said, until I got fired like 2 weeks ago as the host.
Now, you got fired as the host, right? Like you're
I let go.
You still employed?
Not as a council member.
Yeah. You're
let go.
like you're a council member. You got Team Bubba, and for those that don't know, like there's
I love my team.
Yeah.
Those guys are great. I mean, they're young. I got the Rev. I got Zach Rain. I got Lucio DeVere. I got Braden Elliott. I got some young guys, and I got some guys that can go. They all can go, and I support them wholeheartedly on everything they do. And they're going out to other places, and I always try to give them, ask them how they're doing, and just take care kind of stuff.
Absolutely, and that's for real. Like there's
Yeah, I'm not bullshitting. This is real. I truly appreciate those guys that I have, and I just try to say hi and see how things are going, and wish them well when they're getting bookings right now. So I try to give back.
Absolutely, because I mean, obviously, there's a lot of that. You're ringside there, especially at Area 2, cheering along your team members.
And I'm going to every time.
Yeah,
I mean, there's nobody. I don't have to be in a ring to be that hyper. I mean, when I used to go through the ring in a curtain to go in a show, I was that way. I'm that way in real life. So me supporting my guys, and that's a lot of controversy because there's some people who don't support their guys in Fight Underground. If people have been watching the show, I don't want to be like Cash Bennett, but I did. So
No, absolutely, and I think that's been a really cool vibe, and that's kind of led to longevity. Even without fan shows, which with everything starting to open up, as appropriate, finding a venue that will allow something, of course, is a difficult proposition here these days.
Well, Sorg, this has never been. I mean, Quinn Magnum has a great vision. And he's got a lot of council members where guys have been in a ring with people and haven't been in a ring with people. Like I've never been in a ring with Boomer Payne and Dylan Dean and stuff like that. But I respect everybody. I respect William, Potter. I respect everybody that's on that council because I try to gain some stuff from all those guys. There's nobody's ego is bigger than anybody else's, and everybody's working together for the common cause.
Yep.
I mean, some egos are a little bigger, as I said. I'll mention again, Dash or Justin Idol, but I've never dealt with Justin Idol in anything. And Justin Idol's his shows are he's money. I think he's out there, but he's definitely money for any organization. And I'm glad he's with Fight Underground because he is just that talented.
Absolutely. One of the old friends of the show here. And I don't think I've mentioned, by the way, Justin Idol has like a cat show that he has on his, that's on Fight Underground from a couple weeks ago.
Show. I don't know what he was on. I don't know what.
He
was entertaining, but I don't know what he was doing.
Grab a beer or some other substance and go along for the ride for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Have some nachos.
Yeah.
Something.
There's something of an interview. I would say interview with the Rev. There's a lot of cat stuff in there.
His cat talks or something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, his cat talks.
Yeah,
that's a thing on that show. It's something.
Like mouth
that
talk
sounds terrifying.
I'm not saying it's not.
Justin Idol does. I think Justin Idol does is terrifying, but he's also money too.
Yeah,
and that's. I mean, I don't have to like some people, but I respect some people.
He's definitely one of those.
He helped me out a lot when I was younger in the business. So I got nothing but good things to say about Justin. But a talking cat?
Yeah, the cat. I don't know. I mean, mouth was moving. It was on catnip. I mean, it was something.
I need to watch this.
Definitely recommend all that. And of course, follow that over at Fight Underground. Like I mentioned, you are also a fellow podcaster, and you're talking to wrestling and sports over on your side, right?
Well, we do the Triple B Double D Heavyweight podcast with Todd DeFazio and Gary DeBar, where we just talk WWE. We do pay-per-views, predictions, and stuff like that. We've been doing it for a couple of years. Last year, we were on the city of Pittsburgh's, for trying to win a podcast. We were close. We got nominated. We were, I think, in the top 10. And we were the only wrestling podcast to be nominated last year. I want to put that out there. So, I mean, if the wrestling community was behind us, we should have kicked everybody's ass.
Yeah,
Todd does a great job. And also, he's the producer of my Triple B Experience, where I talk pulp culture. I talk about the Steelers because I'm a huge Steeler fan, and that's what got me into podcasting in the first place. And I talk about some independent wrestling stories that I had on the road and some wrestling now. So, I mean, I talk about a whole bunch of stuff. We have a segments, me and Gary DeBar, and I'm looking to interview people that made contributions in the community and in their careers. So, idiotradio.net has helped me out tremendously. Todd has been phenomenal, just awesome. Just I can't say much more than I already haven't said. I mean, he's treated me well, and I'll do anything for him.
Absolutely. Todd's he's an old friend of the show. He's been on the show several years ago. So good to see they're still rocking everything over at Idiot Radio.
Yeah.
Like
he's the Tom
it's
Brady
good.
of the Triple B Double D Heavyweight podcast.
Absolutely.
He's the control man.
I'm so impressed. You can tell he's a professional. You see how he slips that in like basically in one syllable there. Like you saw how much trouble I had with that on your shout out at the beginning.
Well, yeah. I mean, Well, I mean, we've got merch. I mean, hey, I'm a walking billboard. You gotta be.
You gotta be, man. You gotta be.
You have to be.
So I'm as happy I have stickers right now. So it came in. Ronnie's gonna steal all of them on the way out the door. But so
He did have stickers.
he did have stickers. He's taking.
I'm still waiting for my stickers in the mail, Sorg.
I didn't mail anything yet. Let's hit up Missy on that
Well,
one.
we'll FedEx it overnight to you.
Hit up the Slack. Hit up the Slack. Come on, here.
Yeah.
We'll take care of you. We're still booting some things up here. We're slow to get at it, So, but we'll get back to it. So, but no, stickers are here and they're coming. So no, Bubba, thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad to have you and have your insight on this. I always love when we have a wrestler on the show because that's like an insight. Like we're,
I've done it all, from putting a ring up to putting flyers up to training to owning my own company at a time. And
yes,
I mean, I have stories among stories that could be an HBO series. I've done it all. I've met a lot of great people in this business. And I love this business. And I just want the younger guys in Pittsburgh to just perform as we've been seeing lately, in AEW. I mean, it's just great that we're seeing that. Keep it churning, and everybody, get out to an independent wrestling show once, you can get some tickets and try to be entertained, because I guarantee you will always be entertained at an independent wrestling show.
Absolutely.
Always.
Absolutely. And in the worst case, maybe for the wrong reasons, but you will be entertained. Definitely give it a shot. And also, I also mentioned, because I just thought about that too. You're talking about people popping up, because I know affiliated with, of course, Fight Underground, Shauna Reed is popping up on tonight's AEW Dark, which should have broadcast by now over there on YouTube. I watch it while I edit. And Sam Beal, Sam Beal was fantastic to work with on the last Fight Underground taping.
Oh my God, Area 2 was great.
Like you work with a guy and you see them turn it on, and it's just, magic is happening with that, and stuff about Crocs, and Jim LaMotta didn't know what to do with that with the interview. So his move is the Perminator or something. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Talks about his hair all the time.
A lot about his hair, absolutely. So Sam Beal's one to look out for. Shauna Reed's another one to look out for. We filmed her in the former promotion here in the area, and she was doing a lot of great stuff.
Well, when we get our first live event in Fight Underground, it's going to be something, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, like I said before, Quinn has a vision, and his vision is to see wrestling in the Pittsburgh area, and it's Fight Underground with the fans. It's coming. Just bear with us.
Absolutely. FUthrowdown.com for information on when the live shows are popping up, and then hit FU Throwdown on any of your social medias to keep updated on that. So, hey, we're going to kick to a break here in a moment, but first I want to give a shout out to our friends at SliceOnBroadway.com. Ronnie, you wanna help me out there with the visuals? You pull it over there. You go get it. She's like, oh God, here I go. I'm going for it. But while I'm getting first, I'm going to take the box over there with you. I'm going to have you do a part of this bit for me, please. New York City style Yinzer made, and that is, of course, approved by a New Yorker himself, Mad Mike up there. And well, he's up in Beacon. He is a New York City resident for several years up in the Bronx itself. So I
miss Slice on Broadway.
He does miss the Slice on Broadway. He's much closer to actual New York pizza up there. So. But you can check them out, 4 locations if you're here. As we said, we're trying to see if we can lift some Slice on Broadway with that drone, but to get it out to you guys out in Seattle and California that are listening in the chat room right now. But also, wait, where's he at over here? So also part of our 6-part series here, Ronnie. You see on the side. Why is that so greasy? Why it's like extra greasy tonight?
I put a piece of pizza on the box.
Okay, I'm like, whoa, is it like leaking? What's happening right now? So there you see Ronnie on the side of the box there.
Yes.
You see there's some things you can do with that pizza box when you're done with the deliciousness inside. And this has been a 6-part series of what's on the box. And of course you can get ahead of that if you get your Slice on Broadway and you can read it yourself. Ronnie, we're up to number 6 of our 6-part series of what's on the box for Slice on Broadway. Can you read number 6 to us on what I could do with that Slice on Broadway box?
Number 6. Put it under your pillow with the hope that the pizza fairy really exists.
Now,
I'm gonna put you under my pillow.
I'm kind of concerned because I know one entity that arrived wanting pizza one time. And Mike, I think you're on the same page with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
I think I am, Sorg.
Krampus?
No, there was a moment where the Beastman visited Slice on Broadway, if you recall.
Yeah, that's what I'd be concerned about. Also, and I appreciate the creative thought behind doing stuff. So I'm assuming that's an empty pizza box.
Yeah, presumably, yes.
Okay, because I was gonna say you put a partially full pizza box under it. That's not going to end well for the pizza.
You mean like eat like an airplane? Like
what are you doing over there?
Ronnie, just steer it like a turtle blimp.
It's good.
So put it under your. We are not responsible if the Beastman shows your house to.
He will kick your door in.
He will kick. If anyone's gonna kick the door in and Slice on Broadway, it's the Beastman.
He will kick your front door in. He will kick your bedroom door in. He might kick you in to get to the pillow.
He'll kick your dog door in. He will.
Yep.
He'll kick your dog.
No.
A
Beastman is lover of all beasts and men.
Yes.
But he hates doors.
Mm-hmm.
Hates them with a passion.
Mm-hmm.
There's no selling doors.
No. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Beastman no sells doors. Anyways, Slice on Broadway. Check out our friends over
He's
there.
He's a door-to-door no salesman.
Door-to-door no salesman. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about our homework for this week. Hope everybody watched it. And, of course, we will take some time on NXT. Let's talk about TakeOver when we come back from the break more immediately here. Creepy things are happening on NXT right now, by the way. Oh, no. He's going to take her, isn't? Yep, there she goes.
No, this is going to be great.
Oh, there she goes. Oh, this is a love story for all
Hashtag
time.
index. Hashtag index.
Oh, she gave the thumbs up. She turned around and gave the thumbs up as he was carrying Indy Hartwell was being carried away by Dexter Loomis. And we got the smile.
And she's okay.
And she's okay.
She goes.
That is glorious. Thank you,
There she
NXT,
goes
for
again.
all of that. We'll be right back after this.
What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohema, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. Because if I see you without one, I'm going to pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
For a foot or an inch, yeah, I fight for you all. Is the truth and I'm in, yeah, I fight for referee.
The world of pro wrestling, it's bigger than ever. So how can you possibly keep up with everything that's happening? Just pro wrestling news. Don't fear falling behind. Give us just 5 minutes every morning and we'll catch you up on the biggest news in the world of pro wrestling. No filler, no rumors, no spoilers, no pop-ups. Just pro wrestling news. Subscribe on your favorite podcast app or tell your smart speaker to play the Just Pro Wrestling News podcast. Find out more. Go to justprowrestlingnews.com.
Being the reason I can tell everybody across on Dark and they don't just all mix up because Taz gives them a distinct personality and some kind of connotation with Joey numbers. Always comes into the equation.
Oh, God, fucking Joey Numbers.
I love a good Joey Numbers bit on there and Excalibur and all that kind of stuff. That's why I love it. That's why I love it at 2 in the morning on Tuesday nights when I'm trying to figure out what the hell we talked about for show notes.
My favorite bit was when they did the whole fingers and they talk like this and they're like,
what with the what bit?
All right, so they had.
What are you talking about?
They had a
this
bit,
on Dark?
No, it wasn't on Dark, but it was on BME, Being the Elite. Where they had two guys and they were using their fingers behind the camera and they were talking like this, calling people motherfuckers and shit.
Oh, were they doing like Cornette stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like
bit.
pre AEW BTE, wasn't it? Like they would do a lot of that kind of stuff. So like
now they're like professionals.
Now they're professionals and they're not even on their own show, which then they call themselves out for.
Yeah.
Everything is really self-referential on there, and I enjoy it. I like it. I like it. I didn't watch BTE last night. I also kind of fell asleep before editing shows. So, I'm not watching Paradise Island or wherever the fuck this is.
Hey,
Paradise City.
Jeez.
Sorg, you shut your mouth. That's a great show.
Paradise Island or Paradise City?
Neither.
I don't know what's happening.
Island.
Hey, NXT Takeover. Obviously, we just had a little bit of what happened tonight, but that was last Wednesday and Thursday. It was about, I think both nights were about 2 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
I mean, so we basically got a 4-hour takeover, more or less, I guess. It was fantastic. I think it was, who's their champ? What were we just talking about?
Karrion Kross beat Finn Balor?
I was thinking ladies, but yes.
Raquel
Gonzalez
beat Io Shirai?
Fantastic
Very
win.
good match.
Mad Mike, I know your favorite match is the one involving Walter and Ciampa.
Volta!
Oof.
Volta!
You've been
brutal.
singing the praises of this match all week on Twitter.
Oh, man.
It was a good match. Real good match.
He broke the announce table cover with his hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
He broke that with his hand, and then that same hand hit Tommaso Ciampa many times. It looked like it hurt.
I felt like Ciampa felt like he had kind of a meandering storyline going on here. Had some stuff with Thatcher. They became the tag team and everything, right? But this was the hey, remember how badass Ciampa used to be? Match, and I thought it was really good for that. So the look helped too because he was getting a little old man there by letting everything grow out up top, right? So, no, it was fantastic, and I'm glad Walter's in the mix on NXT. I didn't see the NXT UK preload stuff the next day, but it's pretty good. Now there is an argument. Our boy Chachi is on Twitter, and he believes that the UK Championship needs to have a GPS on it, or what do we say? Location locked.
If that was the case, then no American would ever be able to challenge for the Intercontinental Championship.
Well, wait, why? What is intercontinental? What is that definition?
Intercontinental is like between varying continents.
Well, then you can defend it anywhere.
Yeah,
You're the
but-
champion of all the continents.
Okay, then, if that's the case, D'Lo Brown should never have been the European champion, and that cannot stand.
Hey, if Peacock can erase history, so can we.
There you go. There you go. I guess so. But
And also, Chachi thinks Jared Leto is the best Joker, so most of his opinions are in
I
doubt.
still haven't had my conversation with him about that. We need an intervention. That's the one we need to be.
Can't trust Chachi.
Ronnie, are you in on this with me? We have a Chachi intervention?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most people out there
These are the ways Chachi has hurt me with his opinions on Jared Leto. Reason the one.
I'm going to put this right now. If you're in the chat room, if you're listening on podcast later, go hit up at Chachi Says.
Oh, yes.
CHACHI Says on the Twitter. Let him know your thoughts on his thoughts on Jared Leto as the best Joker and a location-locked UK championship.
First of all, Mark Hamill is the Joker, so you all need to get your shit together.
Yes, yes.
That's true.
Anyways.
Actually, also, throw in that hashtag, Mark Hamill is the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
It's 1 M, 2 L's.
Bubba, what was your highlight of Takeover last week?
Well, before we go, I'm just going to say Jack Nicholson was the best Joker. But NXT, sorry, I'm making everybody mad. I'm so sorry.
We're going to get tweets.
He played himself.
And your Twitter, your Twitter is Brewer _Bubba, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Send your complaints. Send your complaints the Brewer _Bubba on the Twitter.
Send it to me.
On Jack Nicholson.
Actually, Caesar Romano.
So Sorg, we're not booking.
Caesar Romano.
Right?
Well, we'll have
It's
a
the
meeting
one off.
after
We're not
this.
bringing Bubba back.
That's okay. Bubba got his own show, brother. Bubba got his own show.
Just wait, Bubba. I'm going to create a fake Twitter
Yeah,
account,
I
and
got
I'm just going to
two
bash
shows.
you.
This is the main event. This is the main event.
Ronnie's going to have like the
Okay.
2 follower
15
account.
years in the biz.
Hey.
Get on our level.
Oh.
I've been around for 15 years,
Hey,
kid.
We almost won the podcast in Pittsburgh last year. We would have. I'm telling you. We'd have had the wrestling community behind us. As I almost put my laptop. We must keep people off though, and I'm gonna.
He got it. He's been here. He's got his plugs in. He can.
Oh yeah, I'll plug all day long. I plugged that I mowed my grass and lifted weights today too. That's how it rolls.
But no, yeah, great NXT. No, any matches that stuck out to you there, Bubba?
The Walter match that you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
I always like NXT matches. I always like takeovers. Takeovers are very special.
Mm-hmm.
They bring their A game, you know. Just that the tag. I'm trying to think.
The
here.
triple threat tag match
Yeah.
with MSK.
I'm not a fan. I don't like to be. Everybody loves those guys.
Mhm.
I do not, because I don't like to be told who to like anyway, and I think they're another version of the Young Bucks.
Right.
But that's
And they
it.
are. And
Yeah,
to be honest, they
but I
are.
mean, the Young Bucks are another version of the Rockers. So
Well, I think
that's a stretch to me. That's a little bit of a
Is
stretch
it?
to me.
Yeah, they're not- the original,
Is it?
I thought they
the
were a
original
version
is
of
always the best.
Mhm.
Imitation is a form of flattery, but imitation is not always good.
all right, then the Young Bucks are another version of the Hardys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll give you that. I mean, everything's an evolution. Obviously, there's inspirations there,
And,
right?
and
And the Hardys
evolution,
were the
as we
Rockers.
know, is a mystery.
Evolution.
And it
mystery.
comes back
Thank you.
around.
Thank you,
Yes,
thank
but
Also, we have to give special consideration to that ladder match. That was good.
Yeah.
That was very good.
ooh,
Best moonsault I've ever seen off the top of a ladder.
mm-hmm.
My word.
Did you guys see the meme of Simba having his paw on Jordan Devlin? Like, yeah. Dude, I was cracking up so hard. I'll get it and send it to you guys. I was dying. I'm like, he's like, Jordan, wake up.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh yeah, that was because he went off the ladder through another ladder, right?
Yeah.
And that was like my thought when that happened was like, oh no, they killed Jordan Devlin off of TV.
I mean, to be fair, I'm okay with that.
Yes, yeah. Of course, people could have opinions on Jordan Devlin over the last year.
He's just a knockoff Finn Balor. Anyway,
He's just a knockoff Finn Balor
it's
because
all-
he's from
yeah.
the same
He's
region.
Finn Balor if he's shrunk in the wash.
He was
Yeah,
he was
exactly.
trained by Finn Balor. Of
Exactly.
course he
looks
is,
just
right?
like him. Yeah.
They're from the same. I'm pretty sure that someone took like Finn Balor bled in a match in Ireland. Someone took that blood, created a clone, and aged him up.
It's
And
done.
that's-
Aged him up
That's
DNA.
Jordan
and
Devlin.
created a less interesting Finn Balor.
Yes,
Okay.
because
Hmm.
as we all know, charisma is not blood transfusible.
Wait, why do we
What
know
are they
that?
gonna do with Finn Balor now?
That's a good question.
To have him go after Walter, please.
Oh, actually, yeah,
Please?
because that was the promised match
Mm-hmm.
for Dublin. So yeah, that
Oh,
actually that makes all
yeah.
the sense in the world. Because we were supposed to give Balor versus Walter. Yeah, so that makes sense.
Mhm.
Well, you might have the Demon versus Karrion Kross too.
Well, we
No, no,
should
no.
see the Demon because it's been a long time,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to compete with something with Cross. And I knew Cross was going to win anyway.
Right.
I mean, everybody knew that.
And really, I think we've done a lot of work over the last several months with Finn to kind of rebuild straight up Finn, right?
Yeah.
Like this attitude change and not being vanilla getting beat up little guy on Monday Night Raw, which is what he's been for so long, right?
Mhm.
So
And
now,
that role will now be filled by Roderick Strong.
yes, because
Oh, that's
I
terrible
do not.
because he's a hell of a wrestler. I seen him work in Florida, and I was blown away because he actually wrestled in my APWF ring, and I was blown away by that match.
No, yeah, Roddick had a great match with the now Walking Wild that I had a chance to film, and it was great to see from my unique angle, but maybe got a little bit involved in the match accidentally, but it's I don't see Roddick Strong. I can't, and anything can happen, but. Like Roddick doesn't seem like the type that would flourish on the main roster with his type.
Now, if he comes up with Marina,
right?
maybe
Oh yeah, that could be interesting. That could be.
I could see because she was there when he tendered his resignation to NXT. So
Yeah. Okay. Not
So
knowing
maybe-
not knowing that from tonight, but
Yeah.
no, I don't know. It's such a crapshoot when people go up there.
When people go up there, it ruins every single one of them.
Yeah. Oh, about they just get lost in the shuffle. There's too many, there's too many toys in that toy box, and people get bored of their ricochets and everything too quickly. And
Where's he at now?
yeah, you're in the locker room just being.
yeah, he was in the Battle Royal.
He was,
Oh, yeah.
he was a battle royal, but he got punked out by Drew, I guess verbally when he stormed in the locker room and everybody was gunning for him. So it's and I don't know what else they're doing with him. Like, is he getting main event matches? What? Like, this guy was just put over as this most astonishing thing. He could do fantastic
This
things.
guy
in the
had a
ring.
world title match against Brock Lesnar last year.
Yeah, in Saudi Arabia, wasn't it?
Yep.
Right. So
But now it's just that he's just there.
did he do something? Is it something like Mustafa Ali's obviously given some Mustafa? Sorry, thank you. You corrected me last night again. Like he's obviously somebody who's verbally giving pushback on the system and everything. That's character, his real thing.
Well,
but
there's going to be a day where they figure out what they can do with Mustafa Ali, and then he's going to be the biggest thing in wrestling.
I think he's going to go somewhere else that knows what to do with somebody like Mustafa Ali. But I think that's what's going to happen. I think I said that last night. Like those guys.
Aleister Black's got to go with him then.
Aleister Black.
I don't know though, because if you're talking about one specific place, they're kind of full too.
Well, a lot of them are full, but there's a lot of places, dude. I mean, if dude can go to MLW and do some cool shit, or he can go to New Japan. Like, remember, we're not talking just about AEW. I'm talking Ring of Honor. I'm talking Impact. I'm talking New Japan.
I don't know if Mustafa Ali's shtick would fly in New Japan.
Who knows, man?
No, but I think
he doesn't have.
I think it has to be in America for his stuff to work as effectively as
well, for his personal mission, for him
Yeah,
wanting
for
to be,
him-
and we
for
talked
him
about this last night,
personally,
for
yeah.
him to be, he wants to be a positive role model, and be people that look like him on the
absolutely.
roster and making something of it, and that's probably why he's even more frustrated with this thing. Same with the Ricochet, same with all those guys. Like I think, Ricochet did do New Japan, so if he went back and becomes King Ricochet again, that's okay too. If these guys said, I'm tired of this, the paycheck was nice, I want to do something creative with myself, and go away tomorrow.
And they're rolling out. They're rolling out after
yeah.
probably next month when they do that WrestleMania cut. You're gonna see some people leaving.
I mean, for whatever you think of what's happening with them, guys like Miro, Rusev, guys like, who else is somebody that's popped out real quick and done stuff? Your Zack Ryders and Brian Myers, like they are, whether it's in those promotions or being able to do the stuff on the side, they seem perfectly happy with that and doing something interesting, on top of not just be on yet another match or hanging out and catering every week, right? So, I mean, I think, that's, I always say, you have good talent, and if the company is holding on to the good talent because they know they're good talent, and you don't validate that talent, they're going to go away.
Mm-hmm.
But
right?
if you can't be creative and you can't be your own creative mind to do stuff, sometimes that you can get paid all the money in the world, but
Right.
sometimes your creativity and what you can do and you can't do it is harder than people want to be creative and do their own stuff.
And it's not only doing your own stuff, but even if creative giving you something to sink your teeth into, right? Like it doesn't have to be your original idea and stuff, but just be like, here, you're going to do this and this and this. And that's not just like, hey, you're going to go get a title match at WrestleMania, but it's like all that in between stuff too. Hey, we're going to do this storyline.
Look at Apollo Crews.
Right.
Apollo Crews, like in December, looked like he would be one of the guys that we would say, oh, why doesn't he leave and go somewhere else?
Mm-hmm.
All they have to do is find like something for them to, like you said, sink their teeth into.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take long to get them where they need to be.
I'm still a little like weird about this. Like, hey, I got an accent all of a sudden kind of thing. That always feels weird to me. No sign of Finn on tonight's NXT.
But if you're a heel, then it's fine.
Right. Yeah, because it's like another kind of give.
Yeah, because it's another reason to hate someone.
Right.
But they also gave him something too. They gave him the Prince Wakanda kind of gimmick. So they gave him something that he can attain to that he has.
Yeah, and who knows? He might have been wanting to do this shit for a while because it's like I've said before, it's kind of another take on the Uhaa Nation stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm not familiar. Anybody out there that's more familiar with the Uhaa Nation era, like, was it this kind of stuff, like, or a version of it, or a subdued version of it, or something like that?
Well, he was mostly a face from what I've seen.
Yeah,
but it was still like kind of identifying as Nigerian and stuff.
Okay,
like that.
so like it was super that like I imagine he wasn't doing the accent or anything, but he just like so it is more of that like Nigerian heritage, kind of angle on things. Like knowing that it kind of it was like okay, I get it more, but and I
his
love
promos are better.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, he can sink into him more, but he's always been a good guy.
Hey, but you know what? If doing the accent makes it easier for him to get into a character that he can believe in, God bless.
Mm-hmm.
That's what acting is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's a different form and fashion, but spoiler alert, Tom Holland is British. He plays a young boy from Queens. Like, people do this shit all the time.
Yeah. It was even.
You know what I mean? Like, it happens.
Hugh Laurie as House.
And also, spoiler alert, Chadwick Boseman, rest his soul, did not talk like this.
Yeah.
He didn't talk like that. Like, I've seen 42. He doesn't talk like that.
Yeah.
Half of the Walking Dead cast is from overseas.
It's true.
So,
you got a bunch of these British guys hanging out in Atlanta doing a zombie show.
What's it say about U.S. actors anymore? You know what I mean?
It's say like I mentioned, Hugh Laurie was fantastic on House and all that kind of stuff. So
I didn't know that the Inspector Lance on Arrow was British.
Oh yeah.
For the entirety of Arrow's run.
Yeah.
I did not know this. I saw him in a in an Arrow retrospective, and he spoke in his normal accent. I'm like, oh fuck, he's British. Okay.
But I always think I like wrestlers that have some type of gimmick anyway.
Yes.
I mean, I like the technical guys too. Don't get me wrong. I mean, that era is still good, but I like something where somebody can they can follow the character and show the character.
I don't know.
So-
I don't know where this was, but Tina, who of course served in the armed forces, nitpick moment. You can't call someone a commander when they have a rank of corporal on their sleeves. It was I feel like that was somewhere along the line with Apollo and his
with Baba Kato or
Baba
Daba
Kato
Tunde or
Baba Kato Tunde.
whatever they're gonna call him.
Yes, because we haven't really established that yet.
He's the heel from that Netflix movie.
Which one? Like any of them?
No,
because everything is about army guy going into a jungle.
No, it was that little kid with the mask, that NXT movie.
Oh, the main event movie.
Yeah, he was the heel. He was the bad guy.
The villain in that.
So-
He was the villain in that. I forgot.
Oh, I need to bring that one back up.
Oh, that just makes me miss Keith Lee.
Yeah, because
I
he
hope
was
he
all
comes
over
back
that.
soon.
Yeah.
Because Keith Lee was the
Smooth
trying to come up guy,
operator,
right?
yeah.
Smooth operator was his gimmick.
Operator.
It's actually a really good movie.
It's like for like a kids movie, it's pretty
Yeah,
amazing,
it's
right?
a great movie. Like I would watch it again.
It's like maybe more enjoyable than the Big Show show. Sorry, Paul White.
I feel like we should do a watch along and then do a show of us watching it and our reactions as we watch it.
I'm okay with that.
We'll have to do something.
We'll do a WAP.
Yep.
Mayhem Show WAP.
I saw the first draft of the watch along party WAP T-shirt, so I was excited to see that pop up today. All right, I think it is time. Any other takeover moments we need to bring up before moving on to our homework?
I don't think so.
I think
No,
the whole show
you
was
good?
great.
We're good. We're
Well,
good?
do you think before we move to another segment, do you think Adam Cole's coming to SmackDown?
No, I think he still has unfinished business.
205 Live. That's my
Oh
stock
God,
answer.
I hope not.
That's my stock answer.
No, I think
Because I don't know what
think
happens there anymore.
I think he and Kyle still have some unfinished.
I don't know. Brian Kendrick's apparently just wandering around backstage, landing in New Day promos, according to the promo that Matt Carlin's shared today.
That's awesome.
So
It was great.
it was fantastic. It's like 6 minutes of just a New Day just being the New Day. It's worthwhile. It's the backstage exclusive. I think around last night's Raw on their YouTube or Facebook or wherever you're watching that kind of stuff. So I don't think it's on YouTube because I don't think or Twitter because I don't think they're going to put a 6-minute video on there. Homework we had this past week. We went to an Impact Wrestling match. We went to some familiar names, and that was really Samoa Joe versus Bobby Lashley from Impact Wrestling's Slammiversary 2014. This was not going to be the only match of the night, as the winner actually found themselves in, I believe, a 3-way steel cage match with Eric Young as the heavyweight champion at the time.
How very TNA of them.
It
And
sounds.
that's when Bobby Lashley won the title, yeah?
I believe so.
Spoiler alert. I don't know for the.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
It felt like it was going that way from this.
Yeah.
If you missed Samoa Joe and Samoa Joe matches, I mean, it's a very Samoa Joe match, right? And I think Bobby Lashley is in a very good spot too. We get the groaning. We're getting the groaning. But I thought it was a good match. I really enjoyed it. And forgetting even this era where I think we very much were just over Impact Wrestling. Like, and I imagine this was still.
Eric Young won that match.
Eric Young did win that match. Yeah, probably around that era. I felt like he won the belt more in the like Anthem changeover era, right?
Yeah.
He did too, but he also won when he was doing the main event Mafia stuff.
Okay. Proto hurt business, if I recall, us discussing before. But Mike, what did you think of this one? Groans aside.
It was a fine Lashley match. It was a worse than average Samoa Joe match.
Oh,
jeez.
No, because Samoa Joe can do better,
Yeah.
and Lashley couldn't at this point.
Okay.
No, but I don't think their styles mesh well together.
Okay.
Because Samoa Joe, when he's in there with straight powerhouses, his moveset isn't nearly as effective. He needs people in the ring that have a little bit of either ground game to them, which Lashley did not have at the time, or a little high flying to them as well.
Hey, Lashley didn't have run. Lashley's a former collegiate wrestler. How did he not have ground game?
He wasn't using it at the time.
Okay.
He didn't use it at all.
This wasn't his MMA Lashley.
Okay.
This wasn't Lashley. That wasn't this era. This was just straight Lashley coming in, and I hated this era of Lashley in TNA.
Mm-hmm.
I hated this part, and the match was fine. It was under 10 minutes. I mean,
and
I thought it was lackluster.
Mm-hmm.
It was fine for a middle of a pay-per-view TNA card in 2014. Yeah, it's fine. Could that main event a show? Fuck no, absolutely not. You couldn't even main event an Impact, in my opinion. But it was there. I guess nothing really stood out to me.
No.
Okay.
No, just how the finish was, how quick it was to me. He didn't want to hit the referee, and
I think it definitely suffers from being pretty much a tournament style match, right? Being that there's another match later in the night that I'm sure is going to be a lot more involved, being a cage match and a 3-way in the main event, right? So
but Lashley didn't have no intensity. He didn't have no intensity.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's full of intensity, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you're going for a title tournament, try to get in for the main to win a title. You want some intensity. That's just
Hey, you guys want to hear the rest of the card from this show?
Just for funsies. Well, before we get to that, Ronnie, did you have a chance to watch this match?
I didn't, but I'm going to.
Okay.
I didn't know about the homework because I haven't really been tuning
doing
in.
your homework.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, we got to reinstitute you on Slack apparently because I know I tagged you over there.
Did you?
So
Okay.
yeah, I did.
No pizza, no action figures till you do your homework.
That's right, man. Come on.
Fuck.
Come on.
Shit.
Son of a
You know-
bitch.
I know it's been a while, but you know the rules.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it though.
Okay.
All right,
Okay, you better.
So
Or else.
the rest of this show. Oh boy, this is so TNA. Okay, there was a ladder match for the X Division Championship to kick off the show.
Mm-hmm.
Sonata beat Manic. Fuck that guy. Tigre Uno, Davey Richards, Eddie Edwards, and Crazy Steve. Sorg, do you know who was with Crazy Steve?
At the time?
Daphne?
Is it Abyss?
No, it was Nux, better known as Michael Q. Knoxville.
Whoa! There's some Mayhem Show lore for you
Yeah,
from back in the day.
And also Rebel was with him, and the Freak Rob Terry, if you remember that guy.
I remember Rob Terry. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Lashley beat Samoa Joe, obviously. The next match was Magnus with Bram beating Willow with Abyss.
Oh wow.
Jeez.
It makes me miss Willow.
That was my favorite Jeff Hardy character.
Austin Aries, fuck that guy, beat Kenny King. The Von Erichs, Marshall and Ross Von Erich.
What?
Defeated the bromans of Jesse Goddard's and
DJ Z.
DJ Z.
Friend of the show.
Were they real Von Erichs or were they?
Yeah, they're the real Von Erichs. They're with Kevin Von Erich.
They're not the same Von Erichs that
Kevin's kids.
Kevin. Oh, okay. Are they the same?
Yeah.
Are they the same Von Erichs that are on MLW now?
Probably.
Kevin's boys.
I was gonna say, Sorg, there ain't many left. I'm sure they have to be.
Like I didn't know if there's not many left, or still an entire litter of them out there we don't know about.
No.
So
Sorg,
I don't know the Von Erich.
All I know is the daughter was annoying as shit.
it still is actually.
Is it?
I saw some videos of her at WrestleMania weekend without
Oh,
a
no.
mask on, doing fake interviews.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, no, you don't want to look
Yeah,
that
she
up.
does. She definitely does some special projects that pop up from here and there.
Special.
So, special. Special
Angela-
customized projects.
Yes. Angelia Love defeated Gail Kim
Oh. Oh.
for the Knockouts Championship.
That was worth paying for this pay-per-view.
Some guy named Ethan Carter III.
Huh.
I don't know, man.
Who'd he ever beat? He beat Bully Ray in a Texas Death Match.
Oh.
And EC3 was accompanied by Rockstar Spud and Dixie Carter.
Fantastic.
Apparently
Yeah.
he's doing some weird ass shit.
Oh yeah,
He's
yeah,
doing some
sure
weird
looks like it.
promos and shit.
Like still?
Yeah.
Okay. Like,
Sure looks like it.
Yeah, I remember when he was like when he first got released, they were doing some interesting stuff.
Yeah,
and,
he's doing some weird shit now.
Okay.
The semi-main for this show, Sorg. I wouldn't have semi-main evented this match in 2008. Mr. Anderson defeated James Storm.
For a title or anything, or
Nope,
it's just
just the semi-main.
just semi-main. Okay.
Yeah, apparently this was it was retaliation for Storm costing Anderson a world title opportunity, and then they had a drinking contest.
Which is funny because James Storm was involved in a drinking contest of sorts on this past weekend's Hardcore Justice show.
Yeah,
So
I'm not surprised because he makes terrible choices. He could have been in NXT for a year and then called up to reteam with Bobby Roode, and they could be the SmackDown Tag Team Champions right now.
James Storm is also the one that stole my vodka at the Gathering of the Juggalos. So
James Storm was also the same guy I saw being carried out of a nightclub in New Orleans.
I don't think I was aware of that one.
Oh yeah, he was being dragged out, and I was just walking past him, and I was drunk as well, but not nearly as drunk as he was. I'm like, is that James Storm?
Are you James Storm's drunk or?
No, I wasn't going to approach him because if he was, then he would have.
No. That's like a level now. When you're drinking,
I
you
saw
ask
the
your
cowboy
friend.
boots, I'm like, yeah, that's James Storm.
Are you James Storm drunk, or are you Hangman Adam Page drunk, or
are you Stone Cold Steve Austin doing a beer bash drunk?
Right.
It doesn't matter how drunk you are. If you got to get escorted out, you can't handle your sauce.
That's true. Well, I did want to scream sorry about your damn choices.
Luck.
but-
Sorry about your damn luck.
That's right. That's right.
and,
Well,
and of course, the main event was Eric Young beat Lashley and Austin Aries.
Austin Aries was the third. Okay.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
That's not worth paying for. That interview was not worth paying for.
No.
Yeah, it was rough around then. I'm having trouble justifying a full price pay per view now with Impact Wrestling, and I pay for Impact Plus. So I got homework for you.
Oh boy.
I
tried looking for something that I figured you found.
I hope that this will make things easier for you, Mike.
Oh boy.
This is my favorite era of a company, of this particular company. With my favorite, probably my favorite feud in that company's existence. What are you groaning for already? You don't even know. You know where this is going?
Sorry, I'm anticipating.
You're pre-groaning. You're pre-groaning because I'm about to tell you it's going to be from Impact Wrestling's Genesis pay-per-view.
Oh boy. Okay.
It's 2006, Mike.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no.
Because the match is Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe.
It's a very good
Yeah.
match.
Oh god.
No, it's a good match.
God, this is
Fine.
the best thing Impact ever did.
No, this was when I was worried about Kurt Angle's life.
Well, we were also
For fuck's
there was
sake.
that. There was a lot of
No, I don't want it.
don't
Sorg,
get killed.
This is PTSD for me.
This is when Samoa Joe headbutts Kurt Angle and busts his head open.
Listen,
Yes.
I want to
We all
point
know
out,
when
Mad
this
Mike is worried about Kurt Angle. Meanwhile, we're all sitting here in Pittsburgh where he can actually DUI our asses with his car. Okay, like.
And Sorg, why do you think I'm up at 3 a.m. building Legos? I worry for all of you.
Because he knows.
I got no comment on that one.
Because he knows we could trip over in 2006 a potentially drunk Kurt Angle, Virgil just in general. Let's see, who else is a problem around here?
That's a bold question.
I won't even say nothing.
Corey Graves. I wasn't even getting into indie wrestling. We got Corey Graves, Sterling James Keenan, just being, as I refer to him as a time, just the slimiest human being when you see him. That was a compliment actually. But
he always treated me cool.
I'm just gonna say Jimmy DeMarco was active. So
one could argue Jimmy DeMarco's still active.
I was in year 1.
It was like year 1 of Jimmy DeMarco probably. So I just saw Jimmy DeMarco last week. He's not far from the studio. So
let me ask you a question. Do you see any of these guys you guys talk about now that they come over and knock on your door and
pretend to have pizza, or
at least one of their brothers I see it from time to time. Will just show up at my studio, but not
okay.
lately. But
hey, sir, I've heard
been a
you
while.
guys. I just want to.
It's been a while.
Say hi. Yeah.
But no, who else was it? I can't say that Kurt Angle's knocking on my door, but I don't know. Weird things
All
have
right,
happened.
Sorg, so what you're telling me is I'm gonna have to find the assignment for next week.
I mean, if you're tired of me giving you Samoa Joe matches from TNA, I guess so. I guess I can't do better than this. You actually are.
Is this the second one you've given out?
This is
Second
the
in a
third
row.
one. This is the third one I've done.
Yeah.
The first one was Cole and O'Reilly from Final Battle. That might have been a collaboration with Matt, actually. And I apologize. I have not been terribly on the chat room tonight. So if Virgil knew the address, he'd do it. Yeah, man.
He'd be there.
Oh, yeah, he would be there in a heartbeat.
Dude, I can't even do Zoom calls without him showing up in Zoom calls. Like this happened. This legit happened. Like, dude,
Tell me owes you money.
No, he does not. I do not owe him money.
No.
There was
He
a
owes you
contract. There was a
No, he owes you
contract, sir. What's that? He owes me money?
Yeah,
No.
he probably does.
We have a clip of him actually not accepting money in the middle of the ring, and I'm shocked by it. It's over on the Indie Wrestling YouTube page. But so we were just like Joe Sinner is like, put this on YouTube immediately because he just denied taking money. And
I
in
ran
front of
into him at
everybody.
a Steel City Con one time, and he was talking shit when I was doing the Bubster gimmick, and he was talking shit on me, and I went right around the corner, and there he was, me and Mr. Chris Lash, and Lash is like, I'll never book you again, Virgil. Thank you very much. We walked away.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, it just happened, freak kind of moment in time where he was talking schmack, and I was a little angry, and Chris said what he said to him, but
everybody knows all the real Virgil business goes down at Steel City Con or Trader Jack's.
it used to be Buffalo Wild Wings.
This just ruined it for me. They just built a new Sheetz around the corner from Trader Jack's. It's like the closest Sheetz to my house. Oh, no. And I was like really looking forward to this, but then I realized the opportunity that I'm going to run into Virgil is probably going to happen here and ruin Sheetz for me.
He's going to be your pizza delivery guy because Ronnie wants pizza next time, and he's going to bring an action figure with Virgil signed and a pizza.
There you go. All right. Well, that is the homework. It is Genesis 2006. Kurt Angle versus Samoa Joe. I'm not sure where along in the feud it is for these guys, but I think this was like the big one between them. So I mean that whole era of I think Joe was just coming. Joe was probably still undefeated at the time. He was coming off or maybe he just got his loss. He was coming off the tremendous X Division run, a bunch of matches in 3-ways with Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles. That whole thing, I'm sure they have a bunch of those matches. They pop up clips of them all the time if you're watching the free feed for Impact Wrestling on like Twitch or Pluto TV in those interstitials that they do. So I mean, there's a lot of good stuff here. I'm loving having the Impact Plus and digging into that because there's a lot of people that are big now and weren't there and maybe you weren't watching out for.
Yeah, you're really picking the guys that were big now and aren't big now, like Samoa Joe.
Okay, that's not an example, but
maybe
still,
you should pick one of those examples.
Well, maybe somebody who didn't experience the EC3 Rockstar Spud development, it may be worthwhile to go through.
Well, Lashley is world champ right now.
Lashley is world champ. So if you want to
Samoa
see,
Joe is probably returning to the ring tomorrow night to challenge Roman.
And you can't really find a lot of old Lashley matches from old ECW because they're not
There's
on Peacock.
a reason.
Because they're not on Peacock right now.
They also weren't good.
Well, I don't think that's the reason they're not on Peacock, but still, I say, but if you do want to watch old ECW, we do have a video on our YouTube page of how to use a VPN to watch WWE Network in the States that still has all that classic content that you're used to. So
you can watch Lashley in the Extreme Elimination Chamber match.
Yes, you can. You can if you hate yourself.
Apparently, Paul Heyman hated himself that day.
Yeah, yes, hated a lot.
I think a lot of people hated themselves that day.
A lot of bad. Like I want a WWE Untold on the December to Dismember pay-per-view.
That ended, what,
Can I get that?
Early?
Can I get that?
I mean,
yeah.
It could be what's that show? Beyond the Ring or whatever the fuck it's called.
Dark Side of the Ring.
Dark Side of the Ring. Yeah.
Beyond the Ring?
I think they have enough to talk about on Dark Side of the Ring. By the
They
way.
have plenty.
Yeah.
They got good stuff.
They do a good job with it. You know, as much as I'm not a fan of Cornette in the current era, he is a.
To be fair, I'm not a fan of Cornette in any era.
Okay. But I think he's good on it. Russo's on that, and just hearing them complain about it. I forget which one it was, but like the credit scene was just the two of them railing against each other, and they just kept cutting back and forth from their interviews, and it was just the most hilarious thing I've seen in a while at that time. But anyways, well, on that note, it's nearing the end of the show here. Oh my God, this isn't 2.5 hours. Well, we'll see how the next segment goes. It's time to learn what you learned. Trying to find out what you learned from wrestling this week. Does anybody want to go first? Chat room, please hit me up. I swear I'm reading it. I won't tell you how close I am to an Olive Garden, by the way. Why do I want to visit this Olive Garden? It's right there. It's delicious. I love breadsticks. Virgil.
I heard when you're there, it's family.
When I'm sitting there and
you say Virgil's name 3 times, he'll
having dinner with my mother at Olive Garden, I am literally looking over my shoulder. When I'm having a meeting with the one wrestling promotion that loves to have our meetings at Olive Garden, I'm looking over my shoulder because I'm like, we're talking wrestling at Olive Garden. Like, that's like saying Beetlejuice 3 times. Come on.
Next time you go, he's showing up.
It's not what I learned this week. But I just know my chances, and I'm going too close to it. Bubba, what'd you learn from wrestling this week? Or life? I don't know.
Well, I learned that Saturday night was better than Sunday, and I can't drink Captain Morgan like I used to. So that's what I learned, I think. And there's wrestling every day, so
Yes.
I can never get bored with it.
No. Well, I mean, you can get bored with it, I think.
Oh, I
think
know,
it's-
because I do the same thing you guys do. I try to, just dissect matches and stuff that's going on. It's a very hard job. It's hard.
I just try to sit back and enjoy, man. You just be like, we'll let this New Japan show wash over me. What's Yano going to do with those turnbuckles this time?
Yeah, as long as I got a drink in my hand, I'm okay.
Oh, I can't do that.
Oh, well, I can.
Then nothing's going to get done.
And well, I mean, honestly, I've seen how the big time can actually do something when weather is in effect.
Yes.
Because I've had issues when I ran stuff when the weather was just making me so crazy. So in a major company like WWE, having to do the show with major rainstorms and how they got through it. So kudos to them.
Oh, absolutely. Just like, I'm sure a lot of promoters or people who run outside events in general are getting a little PTSD from it. I know our own Mainstream Matt on a production side was like, I know what's going on right now. I've been here before, kind of thing.
Right.
Of course, Matt coming from the TV production and news side of things. And vamping and all that kind of such with live television. Ronnie Starks, what'd you learn?
I've learned that Mother Nature ain't got shit on WWE. Because they ain't gonna stop them from running shows. Not now, not ever.
As the internet said that God got his win back.
He did.
So from
that was the longest running feud in wrestling history.
Don't say WWE can't do
jokes than what I was just about to say.
Don't say WWE can't do a long burn storyline.
That was
those are both better jokes than what I was just.
What was yours gonna be? Just for I'm just curious.
I was gonna say Reigns dominated Sunday and Rain dominated Saturday.
No, Reigns. Okay, gotcha. Oh,
get it?
Wordplay.
Get it?
Yeah.
No, God getting his win back. Oh wow, that's
not
good.
mine. That's a tweet I read.
Yeah, I know,
So
but that's still really good. That's still really
Listen,
good.
man. In the end, God's gonna get his win back from all of us. So I just
in the
be
words
honest
of
about this.
during the earthquake ride at Universal Studios, when Rock was the star of it, he said, "Nobody messes with Mother Nature." Literally, that was the line at the end of the ride.
Isn't that also what Uma Thurman says in Batman and Robin?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just double checking.
I'm glad we brought this all around.
Full circle.
What the hell? So, Mike, what did you learn from this or Batman and Robin this week?
Oh, what did I learn from Batman and Robin? Jesus. I learned freezing the furnace is a great way of making ice slide.
Oh, good. Oh, good. That's good to know. Physics.
All right, everyone, chill.
I mean, you're a scientist. You know that actually works.
Oh, most scientifically accurate movie I've ever seen, Batman and Robin.
And he has 2 degrees, so.
Most scientifically accurate movie.
Hey, allow me to break
especially,
the ice.
you know, I want to say a quick prayer here to all those suffering from McGregor syndrome. No, I'm kidding. No, what I actually learned this week is don't get your second COVID vaccine during WrestleMania week.
No.
No, don't do
I
it.
told you that was going to be a bad idea.
Yeah, no, I was mostly okay. I was mostly okay by the time WrestleMania hit. But, man, that SmackDown, I just did not watch.
Yeah,
I was in a bad state.
Yeah, dude, I got 2 days booked off next week for it. So if I disappear after this show, you know why. I hope I make it through the show, to be honest. My shot said 12:30 that day. So, but I mean, it didn't kick in last time until. Like,
Oh no! So I did a tweeting timeline of events.
How did I miss that? Oh, I was on the road.
Yeah,
That's right.
you were on the road.
I was in a car. Sorry.
Because I got my shot on my birthday
Right.
Last week, and then Friday I was working. You know, had a little bit of a sore arm. It was fine. A couple hours later, I started feeling tingling in my hand. I'm like, well, that's weird. Did a quick Google search. I'm like, oh, okay, that's normal. So I was okay. Finished work, and then I sat down, and I started to feel a little like chills. But I'm like, okay, maybe I'm just cold. I put sweatpants on. Then I ate dinner, and
Glad you put pants on.
Full blown sweatpants, Ronnie. I was wearing shorts beforehand. Come on.
I mean, you work from home. We don't know.
Yeah, we have no idea if you're wearing pants right now.
You
dude.
might be going
That's
commando
fair.
right now.
Yeah.
You know, we don't know.
I'm not shirt cocking it. I'm telling you right now.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah. After I ate dinner, just chills.
Yeah.
Just could not I was just done, and I just covered myself in blankets, covered myself in a hoodie, turned on Deadpool. I got to the part where Francis gets away. I fall asleep. I wake up. They're fighting Francis. I feel great.
Wow, that was a quick turnaround.
Yeah, I
Okay.
sweated the whole thing out.
Yeah.
But that's my recommendation. If you feel chills after getting your second COVID shot,
Put some pants on.
Deadpool, is what you're saying?
Don't cold cock it.
Watch Deadpool.
sweatpants, sweatshirt, blanket, Deadpool. Boom, you'll be fine in 2.5 hours.
Your experience
And
may
X
vary.
gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it to you. That's right. That is a.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That was why I put it on.
Oh yeah,
But
there's a lot of comfort movies.
I slept through that part, sadly.
Dude, I'm lining up Ninja Turtle movies once again for when I get shut down from Shot 2. So that's what I was doing the first time. I bought a Ninja Turtle movie because I'm like, oh, I don't own the CG one. I'm gonna get.
Oh, that's a good one.
You're gonna skip the Turtles in Time. movie,
Also,
right? 'Cause,
another superhero
yeah.
movie
Yeah, I
of
don't
Chris
count that
Evans.
What?
Another superhero movie of Chris Evans.
Who was he in that one?
Casey Jones.
Oh, nice.
he was.
I know there's a lot of Sarah Michelle Gellar was April, and Patrick Stewart was the bad guy in it. So it's I enjoy it. I wish they did more of those ones. But also watched Batman Ninja Turtles, and my wife had not watched it yet, and she's like, "What the fuck is happening right now?" I'm like, "The best movie ever." Yes, Batman's fighting the Shredder, and it's amazing. Anyways, from the chat room, Matt Collins and the WWE guys are really good at promos during a Mania rain delay. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, actually. So, Dana Keys learned that WrestleMania has made me really triggered about my social anxiety by seeing almost a little to no social distancing. Welcome to Florida. I'm not looking...
Texas is going to be even worse.
Yeah, we'll see where... I mean...
Because it's the Cowboys. That's why.
We'll see. We'll see
Hey.
where. Oh no! Don't step on the Cowboys. That's the other.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
What? Bubba, you're landing on all the Mike landmines tonight.
Hey man, I'm the president of Black and Gold.
I'm in New
chapter up
York.
here in
That doesn't
Woodford.
mean I'm fans of losers like the Giants or the Jets. All right.
To be
Well, there you
fair, he will watch the Pittsburgh Penguins when they're in town up there.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I mean, look
all
at those.
day, every day.
Look at those towels in the background there. That's why he's.
Yeah, I see
I,
him.
I got my gear.
There you go.
I got my.
He just
In fact, I just got a Gensel jersey for my birthday.
nice,
So
nice. Don't
Very
entirely know what that means, but also from
he's one of the sports puck players.
the
Sorg.
sports
He's a penguin.
the sports puck.
He's a flightless bird.
He plays the puck ball.
Okay. That's okay. Dutters was back, and we were talking about how she can't be on the show the next 2 weeks because of the Penguins. And in my head, I was
thought
thinking
the zoo.
I thought that well, Chachi also went and fed the penguins at the aviary recently, so like that was in my head too. So it's basically you feed.
And
the
then you were also thinking of Batman Returns, and you're like, is Danny DeVito in town?
I actually.
By the way,
Because Michael Keaton was the best Batman.
no, he wasn't. By the way,
Just
By the
throw it out there.
weird cameos. Have you guys seen the Space Jam trailer?
No,
No.
I'm not going
I
to see
don't-
that movie.
What?
Period.
Jack Nicholson's Joker and Danny DeVito's Penguin are in the background of shots of that movie.
The fuck? What?
Yeah.
Why?
Or watch it. It looks more like Ready Player One than it does Space Jam.
Okay.
It's very weird. The Iron Giant's in it. The dragons from Game of Thrones are in it. It's fucking weird.
Fuck that movie.
It's just
Terrible.
wow.
Not
okay.
worth watching.
Dave Ponder also learned that Bad Bunny put in the work, and Ruth, his wife, popped so hard for the Canadian destroyer he did on the outside.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he did really
Dude,
good.
bad. We didn't
I'm
even talk
pretty
about
sure-
Bad Bunny.
I'm still pretty sure Morrison gave that to himself, but
Yeah.
it still looked great.
Well, but I mean, seriously. Well, as you guys being wrestlers, like how impressive was that to see Bad Bunny doing that? And I mean, he's got help, but he put in a lot of the work, right?
I just
Well,
punched
he
a
was
kick.
trained. He was trained, and he got some training. But I mean, they did that to get more fans. I wasn't a fan of him per se, but I mean, he did something that I'm never ever going to do.
Mm-hmm.
But they could have had somebody else in the spot. I knew it was going to be a tag match. It wasn't going to be a solo match.
Right.
But I didn't even. I honestly, I didn't know who the hell Bad Bunny was like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Honestly,
now everybody
I kind of would have rather seen a solo match.
At this
Yeah.
point, I think
he would have done great.
I think he if it was with the Miz or somebody, right? I think he could.
I'm saying Michael Mizanin will be the king of safe style. Like, you're always gonna have a good match. He's gonna take care of you, and he's gonna sell his ass off.
Oh, I think he's phenomenal, but I think they
Yeah.
just wanted to get that Damian Priest in there too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's got the makings of a next superstar there, right? And that he was able to do his part in the storyline. I think that just made him for his future on the main roster for sure.
Sure.
He's gonna do fine on the main roster, I think. Warner Brothers said put all the things in there. Yeah, basically. Hey man, if things seem a little weird at Warner Brothers, remember they are now owned by different management at AT&T.
And remember, now they listen to angry trolls who demand different cuts of a movie that wasn't that great the first time.
We can have a different podcast about this one. So, and of course we'll have another.
I won't say nothing because I make everybody mad if I say pulp.
You know what? We're gonna have a special edition some point of a geekery podcast where it's just gonna be Bubba Brewer and Mad Mike and just hot take city, and then
Like, we should each go in there with like 3 hot button questions, like favorite Batman movie, favorite Marvel movie, and best Joker, and then just debate it all out.
yes. We'll call it the geek throwdown shootout or something.
My eye will
down,
be twitching
so.
by the end of the program.
Yeah, and we'll just like have Ronnie in the corner on camera crying.
collecting action figures and while he's eating a piece of pizza.
Yes, and you don't know if it's because of this conversation or because he actually won that bid on the Sandman action figure.
Steve Carino.
Steve, well, the Sandman was the expensive one.
Sandman was the expensive one.
Yes. So you're like me when I didn't realize the internet and I started crying when I speed tested gigabit internet over the weekend.
You got to pay attention though when you're doing your eBay stuff. If you don't pay attention, you lose out. So Ronnie,
Yes.
I give you props for getting that because I just lost Incredible Hulk 122, and that's the last one of my whole collection run.
Is there any
So-
more on there that you can Get your hands
Oh
on?
yeah, I mean, I'll get it. It's the last one. Like, this is the greatest collection of all time.
It is inevitable. I mean, look at that room. I mean, you guys are on audio. You're not seeing. I'm seeing some old school wrestling posters in the background. There's a nice collage back there. It looks like some superheroes.
Oh. Well, I
looks
got
like
I got a bar downstairs. I got my own bar.
No, I've seen the bar in some of your promos too.
Well, yeah.
We'll have to come out and hang out sometime.
Live show at your house.
Yeah, Mayhem Show comes to the Bubba Dome.
Well, the Triple Double D Heavyweight Podcast gets first dibs.
There you go. We'll make a deal with it. We'll get.
Speaking of that, Sorg, we'd like to invite you on the show sometime.
Oh, absolutely! I'd love to. I've been on some idiot radio stuff before. I'd love to be on your podcast. I was just gonna propose a podcast exchange. We get you down here to the studio here in Beachview, and we'll get you some. We'll feed you some tacos and some pizza in exchange for visiting Bubba Central up there someday in the future when we can go places.
It's okay, Mike. I'll invite you on my podcast.
There you go.
Hopefully, it's not 2023.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can still drive ourselves at that point. But throw that out there. Bubba Brewer, thank you so much. Tell me, tell the people once again all the great places to find your lovely voice.
Well, my lovely voice is on the Triple B Double D Heavyweight Podcast on idiotradio.net with Todd and Gary, and also the Triple B Experience, which I talk about a whole bunch of stuff. Not Batman. And I don't do too much DC, sorry, but that's on Facebook and Idiot Radio also, and also Fight Underground. If I'm back on there, I don't know what's going on there because we're going to do more talent, and council members are going to take a little siesta. So that's where you can find me on all social media. I'm out there plugging away every day. So
That's right. And actually, Fight Underground is going to be interesting because yeah, we're going to have some of the talent rewatching their matches from Area 1 and 2 live on Thursdays. So looking forward to that and seeing how that turns out. And so we'll be doing the first one of that this week, and I want to figure out how I'm going to do that. So that'll be fine. We've done some of these watch-along things before, so it's just a year, and I just got to remember which buttons to push in here to make that happen. Because we moved some things around in the last few months. But anyways, though, thank you so much. Ronnie Starks, you're over talking about toys over on social media, of course.
You can find me on the Twitter at Grizzled Toy Vets. You can find me on the Instagram where I post pictures of toys and dumb memes and stuff at the Ronnie Starks. And you can find me on the Facebook at Ronnie Starks. And Michael Keaton is Batman. Fuck you.
Oh.
I like that. Way to go, Ronnie.
Thank you.
There you go.
Boy.
I will go. Michael Keaton is one of the best Batmans.
It's Michael Keaton and then the animated Batman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
the animated Batman. You put some goddamn respect on Kevin Conroy's name.
There we are.
Some goddamn respect on that name.
Man, he's breaking the GD
The look
rule.
on his face right now. He's so disgusting.
He is.
I'm about to grab my copy of Batman Beyond Return of the Joker signed by fucking Batman himself and shove it in your fucking ass.
Jeez.
Long
Why
distance
do you
style.
got to think about shoving stuff in everybody's asses all the night?
There's a lot of ass,
Because
though.
that's where your heads are.
No.
That's the
Straight
third
lace,
time.
brother. Straight lace, brother.
That's the third time he
Wow.
talked about sticking objects up people's asses.
Wow, it's it.
What can I say? I saw a lot of Young Rock this weekend too. It's
Well, listen, guys, thank you so much. And
also,
so,
Sorg, I just saw the GIF of Indy Hartwell. Perfect.
that is a mood.
I
It's
want someone to
wonderful.
take the GIF and put like cheesy rom-com music over it.
I think it'll be their promo next week, to be quite honest. Guys, thank you so much. It's a lot of fun with you. I love it. Was a great hangout tonight, and we hope to be hanging out with you next Tuesday again, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And, of course, mood is variable on Monday nights shortly after Raw goes off the air. Here on the East Coast, we do go live with the Monday Mayhem Warriors. It's more of a
predict something.
What?
Not great.
Not probably not great. Maybe Dark will be picking me up a little bit, and we'll find out what Legos Mad Mike is working on as well. and probably be talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier because we tend to get there. And by the way, DuckTales. Just gonna say DuckTales. It's just fucking phenomenal. I'm about halfway through season 2, and it's great. And I can't unhear like I go back and forth with he's definitely Scrooge versus he's definitely Doctor Who. Just the thing I do. Fantastic cast on that too. Thank you so much. And apparently, according to Mad Mike, we need to watch our asses out there. Until next time, Mayhem out.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.